Okay, hello everyone. My name is Andres Arias with International Relocation Partner in the Expat Community. Today with me we got Paulo Arias. Say hi, Paulo.
Hey guys, how are you? Hey
We got
Warner, hey Jeremy.
we got a special guest today, Jeremy Free. Uh, he'll be a student in today's class. Thank you so much for joining,
Thanks
Jeremy.
for having me.
And then we got our teacher, Wagner Free. How's it going, Wagner?
Hello, hello. How are you? This week I am a little bit sick, and
Oh,
especially in my case because I need to speak a lot during the day, so
mm,
I have a little bit pain, but happy to be here again.
thank you for joining, Wagner, and I hope you get better soon. So today we have, I believe it's the eighth class. It's been a, a lot of classes now. We're at theexpertcommunity.com. We're going to be uploading next week all these classes into our webpage. We have now eight again, and we want you guys to be able to go back to the previous classes and watch the previous lessons. Apart from that, at theexpertcommunity.com, we also have translated news into Spanish. So if you move to, for example, Panama, and you want to know what's going on in Panama, especially with all those protests going on, we're translating news into Spanish and sending them to your email every Friday. So you just need to go to theexpertcommunity.com, sign up for our translated news into Spanish. Um, we also have a book coming up. We that would be early 2024. A guide for you to move to Costa Rica. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. We want to see you commenting. Uh, yeah,
Thanks, Andres.
Thank
Are
you
we
so
ready
much.
for the class?
Yeah,
See?
yes, we're ready. We're
you're
ready. We're gonna be students. Jeremy wanna say a hi or something before we start, and then we let Professor uh, Warner uh, showing us how to speak better Spanish.
Muy bien, muy bien. Hola a todos, bienvenidos, buenas tardes. So I am happy to be here one more week. So Pablo, Pablo, Andres, and Jeremy. So this is our eighth class. So I cannot imagine how 2 months ago we decided to start with these sessions, and so now is the session number 8. Um, so in this session, so how Andres said, if you want to study what we studied in our previous sessions, then you need to go to the website, to the YouTube channel, and you can watch the sessions there. So today, happy to have here Jeremy like a student because this is a good way to interact with the students. Okay, so do you remember what we studied in our last session 1 week ago? Do you remember about what we talked?
I'm taking your
Uh,
in-person classes, so I can't. I gotta differentiate the two.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Sí, sí, sí. Thank you, Jeremy, because now you are studying with us in
Right.
person. So in our campus in Atenas, excited because yeah, this week is our first week there,
Yep.
and we have a lot of plans for this end of the year and obviously next year. Yeah, basically what we were studying last week is it was about the system that I love to use in classes with the idea to help to the students to produce sentences in Spanish. Let me tell you something quick. Remember that what I said, like sometimes we have students that the first thing that they tell me is, Wagner, so I want to speak Spanish. Wagner, I have a lot of knowledge. Wagner, I studied Spanish before, but my problem is I don't know how to build a sentence in Spanish. I don't know how to put all that information together with the idea to create sentences. And that is why, with the idea to help to my students, I create a system and I call that the 5 finger system because remember that we will use the fingers your brain, your mouth, so this will be connected. So this is one way that how you can produce sentences. When I have intermediate students, they are producing Spanish like a salad mode. Remember the salad mode when everything is mixed up? So they are speaking Spanish, but sometimes it's not possible for us to understand what they are saying. So that is when I need to tell them you are not using the system because you are speaking Spanish, but what you are saying is not possible for me to understand. Okay, so if you return to the five finger system, everything that you are going to say, it will be okay. I will understand what you are saying. Okay, let me share now my screen with you. Today I am a little bit sick, how I said. I'm sorry. Let me see this. Can you see my screen now? Yeah.
Yep, I can see
Okay.
it.
So well, remember before to start, this is my website. This is in the student resources part. So remember that here we have a lot of content that you can use to study. We have movies in Spanish, we have a podcast, we have a conversation, we have music, we have news in Spanish, we have stories, we have music for kids, we have a flashcards. Please go to the website. Go and use all this material. I spend a lot of hours doing this with the idea that you can use it in your learning process. Okay, this is totally free. Go to my website and student resources. That is totally free there. Okay, so here I have the document that we use when we teach the classes. So remember the system. Here we have the system. Okay, Jeremy, in this system, we will use five fingers. And in every finger, the idea is we will put their information. So the system in this moment is this. So basically, in this system, we will have two verbs together. So five fingers, finger one, normally we use when the action is happening. In the finger number two, we will use or we will put the information about the person who is doing the action. In the finger number three, we will use verb number one. In the finger number four, we will use the verb number two. And in the finger number five, it's the information. Okay, we call to this system the five finger system because if you see, we use the five fingers or the structure where we use two verbs together. Okay, so Jeremy, but we have one golden rule. The golden rule always when we have two verbs together is that the finger number one, the verb number one,
And we let Professor Wagner recover a little bit. He's
He's
feeling a little
pushing. He's sick and still pushing
sick.
through. You gotta love it though.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, no, no worries. You
anyway,
take your time.
I do have an announcement. Uh, I do have an announcement though. Uh, we have maybe we can stop sharing the screen for a sec. We have a one of our first meetups, networking events coming up on December the 7th. December the 7th, we'll have the Expat Community is getting together with local service providers and friends and customers and people that we help move and relocate to Tamarindo. We are doing a meetup, which is like we're gonna get together. We are sponsoring International Relocation Partner is sponsoring 50 drinks, and Costa Rica Matt. You have to go to this channel as well. Costa Rica Matt is also sponsoring 50 drink. Matt is a well-known YouTuber, real estate agent. He's got a channel with like hundreds of videos about Costa Rica, and he is like, okay, I'm in, I'm doing this. We have also Rica, which is she teaches English to locals, Costa Ricans, and we have the Surf Shack. The Surf Shack is a bar restaurant that is almost walking distance from the ocean by the Circle in Tamarindo, and that's where we're gonna have our meetup. It's gonna be 4:30 to 6:30 on December 7th, and we have SAC Harvey, which is live music. So we're gonna have live music, free guests or courtesy drinks, and a great time. I'm also inviting a lot of my friends, immigration attorneys, real estate agents, everyone. I mean, everybody within this world of the expat community want to get. And we're gonna have an interesting, intercultural change. I mean, intercultural exchange, because we're gonna have ticos and gringos. We're gonna have a big mix so we can practice English, practice Spanish. So I think it's gonna be a phenomenal activity. So the expat community we're trying to build community here. We're trying to get together with people like Jeremy, who, he owns one of the largest expat groups. I don't know, I can't remember how many thousands of people that get. So his expat group is literally a way for the expat community to share this type of content. And so he's very active, making his group very well managed, taking care of, negative stuff, many things. So he does an amazing job with his group. One of the largest expert group. We partner with immigration attorneys, with real estate agents. We partner with anybody who wants to partner to help the newcomer in that transition. And the expert community has local news translated into English, knowledge base. The book is coming up. We have Spanish in the free Spanish classes, and we are starting to do the meetups. Wagner, do you feel better?
Well, yeah, I feel better. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
No worries.
Don't be
But
sorry, man.
but now you can see that this is real. This is not fake. This is something.
This is not a record.
He's not
It's
faking it.
not. It's not a
Wow.
record. It's not something that you can edit. I am alive. I am okay. Don't worry. I will be teaching. Okay. No. Yeah, actually, that how I told you is sometimes it's because I speak a lot during the day. So this is one of the situations. But I apologize. I'm sorry. Okay.
No
So
worries.
I will try, and the point is like always when I teach, I am so excited. So if you are here with me in my office, you can see, you can listen me, of course, screaming, things like that. So I force my voice a lot. So this is because I am totally connected in the session. So I will try to manage my voice with the idea not to be coughing. Okay, so and if I need to turn off the microphone again, I'm sorry. Okay, so okay, how I was saying, the idea, what I was telling you was the information that we should put in the system. So, and I was telling you that with Jeremy, I was telling you that when we have two verbs together, basically we have a golden rule. And this golden rule is that always the verb number one, it should be conjugated. And the verb number two, it should be infinitive. So conjugated is when we modify the original verb. And in this case, that information that we will use to conjugate this verb is exactly the information that we have in the finger one and in the finger number two. So that means, like, if you are speaking in the present, the present tense, the person, the conjugation of the verb It should be in present and according to the person that you are using. And the verb number 2, it should be infinitive. So you don't need to modify the verb. You will use it like in the basic form. Okay? So, but in the finger number 3, we have 6 main verbs. With these 6 main verbs, you will be able to create a lot of sentences. Okay, Jeremy, try to help me. We will go now to the 6 main verbs. Remember, we will use the 6 main verbs in the finger number 3. Okay, here we have the 6 main verbs. Jeremy, the verb number 1 is the verbo. Can you read it?
Tener que.
Tener que. Jeremy, ¿qué significa tener que? Can you see the meaning?
To have to, must.
To have to or must.
Right.
Exactly. Verbo tener, to have to or must. Verb number 2, Jeremy.
Necesitar.
¿Qué significa necesitar?
To need.
To need.
Sí.
Pablo, verb number 3.
Querer.
Querer. ¿Qué significa
quiero.
querer? ¿Qué significa
I want.
querer?
I
To
want. Quiero.
Andrés, ¿qué significa poder?
Poder, can, or to be able to.
Can or to be able to. Bien, Jeremy, deber.
Deber. Should.
Should. And finally, the verb number 1 is the verbo gustar.
Gustar.
Andrés, ¿qué significa el verbo gustar?
To like something.
To like, exactly. So, these are the 6 main verbs. Wagner, do we have more main verbs? Yes, we have many more verbs. But in this step, we will use only these 6 main verbs. Because learning Spanish, it is a process. Today, we will practice these 6 main verbs with the person I and in the tense present. So, now we will conjugate these verbs. So, verbo tener que. When we use the verbo tener que with the person yo and in the present tense, we need to say yo tengo que. Yo tengo que. Jeremy, necesitar with the person yo. Yo
Necesito.
necesito. With the verbo querer. Yo.
Quiero.
With the verbo poder. Yo.
Puedo.
With the verbo deber. Yo.
Debo.
And with the verbo gustar.
Gusto.
Gusto. Gusto. Jeremy.
Nice.
Jeremy. I want to tell you something.
Sí.
Jeremy, I want to tell you something.
Oh, what?
The conjugation of this verb, gustar, is not exactly correct. Okay?
Oh, no.
It's not correct.
¿Por qué?
But this is one of the most common mistakes. The verbo gustar, that is why if you see, hey Wagner, but why do you have the verbo gustar in a different group? If you see, we have 2 groups. Because the verbo gustar, it's one verb that we call a special verb. So the verbo gustar, it's one special verb. Wagner, what is that? What is special? We will have our own class about that, okay? For me, the verbo gustar, it's not special. For me, the verbo gustar, it's weird. Un poco extraño. It's a little bit weird, okay? We have some differences between the regular verbs and the special verbs. but we will talk about that with more time in another class. For now, you will learn the conjugation of this. You will use it, but we will explain about why we have that conjugation later. When you conjugate the verbo gustar according to the person I in the tense present, we will say, a mí me gusta.
Mm.
A mí me gusta. Okay? So, por favor, Jeremy, help me one more time with the conjugation of these verbs. Verbo tener que, yo.
Tengo que.
Verbo necesitar, yo.
Necesito.
Verbo querer, yo.
Quiero.
Verbo poder, yo.
Puedo.
Verbo deber, yo.
Debo.
Y verbo gustar,
A mí me gusta.
a mí me gusta. Hey guys, if you are at home, please raise your hand if you was one of the students that give me the wrong conjugation with this, because if you are one of these persons, you cannot lose the classes. Next classes about the use of the special verbs, okay? Very good. So we have now the conjugation of the 6 main verbs in the present and according to the person yo. Let me go to the system one more time. According to the system, that ones will be the conjugation that we will put in the finger number 3. Let me erase this information. So remember this, yo tengo que, yo necesito, yo puedo, yo quiero, yo puedo, yo debo, and a mí me gusta. If you see, we put all that conjugations in the finger number 3. In the finger number 2, we will put the person. Yo, 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 yo. And in the finger number, in the verb number 6, we will put a mí. So why it's weird? Why it's different? Because in English you say I like, but in Espanol we say a mí me gusta. Let me keep simple. Let me keep simple. Por favor, Pablo, tell me one expression of time. One expression of time that we use in the present tense.
Yeesh, what do you mean present tense? That sounds like complicated. Like,
one expression of time. So talking about time, talking about, for example, when you say today.
I am in Mexico.
No, but only the expression of time. Today, tomorrow, yesterday, but in the present.
En este momento.
Now?
En este momento, now, exactly, now, en este momento.
Este momento.
Let me use now, ahora, ahora, okay? Ahora yo tengo que comprar pizza. Or let me say, no ahora, let me change this, en este momento. See this, now we have one complete sentence following the 5 fingers. Remember, learn a language, it's like when you are playing with a puzzle. Yeah, do you know what is a puzzle? You have thousands of pieces, but you can see the complete image when you put the last piece. This is exactly what we are doing. We are creating different parts of this puzzle. Okay, this is one of the parts. So in this system, now we have one sentence. Jeremy, please, could you repeat the sentence number 1?
I'll try. En este momento yo tengo que comprar pizza.
En este momento yo tengo que comprar pizza. Jeremy, what's the meaning of that sentence?
Now I have to eat pizza.
Comprar. ¿Qué significa comprar? What's the meaning of comprar?
No, comer.
That is to buy.
Buy. Okay, buy.
At this moment, in
Comer
this
is food, is
moment,
eat.
exactly. Let me put
Okay, all right, all
comer.
right.
Let me
It
put
looks the
comer.
same. It's you know, learning new verbs.
Yeah. Let me put the verbo comer. Now I put the verbo comer. En este momento, yo tengo que comer pizza. In this moment, I have to eat pizza. Okay, this could be a sentence. Yeah, this is a sentence. Grammatically, it's a right sentence that you can use it in one specific moment. So you can say, oh, en este momento yo tengo que comer pizza. In this moment, I have to eat pizza.
Mm.
What I like the system is if you learn this, see how we can create different sentences if you modify the elements in the structure. So, Jeremy, read one more time the sentence one.
En este momento yo tengo que comer pizza.
En ese momento yo tengo que comer pizza. Very good. But see now in the sentence number two. I made only one change, but now the sentence is totally different. Read number two.
En este momento yo tengo que comprar pizza.
And in less than 10 seconds, now we have a new verb. Now we have a new sentence. Read number three.
En este momento yo tengo que cocinar pizza.
In less than 10 seconds, now we have one more sentence. Read number four.
En este momento yo tengo que vender pizza.
See this. In less than 1 minute,
I like it.
following the system and doing only one change in the structure, Jeremy, Pablo, and Andres, you are able to create 4 different sentences following the system, and you can use these 4 sentences, of course, in 4 different situations. See this? En este momento yo tengo que comer pizza. En este momento yo tengo que comprar pizza. In this moment, I have to buy pizza. In this moment, I have to cook pizza. In this moment, I have to sell pizza. How I said, that depends the intention of the sentence. In number one, maybe you are hungry. In number two, you have a business because you need to sell. You need to. You are hungry because you want to buy pizza. In number three, you are with your family because you said yo tengo que cocinar pizza. I have to cook pizza. And number three, maybe you have a business because you said I have to sell pizza. So obviously depends the verb, it's the intention. But we have one specific intention. The intention is I have to, I must eat, I must buy, I must cook, I must sell. So 4 sentences using the same structure, and see how it's easy for our brain to change one element in the structure, but with the idea to create a different sentence. Okay? But this is with the verbo to have to. What about if we use the second verb, Jeremy? So what is the second verb? The second verb is
Necesitar.
necesitar, exactly. Entonces, see this. If we go to the system, I want now not to change the verbs in the finger number 4, if not the verbs in the finger number 3. And now, instead to say that I must eat pizza, now I want to say I need to eat pizza. I need to buy pizza. I need to cook pizza. I need to sell pizza. So the intention in the system now is different. The intention in the system now is different. So one more time. Of course, we need practice. If you are a student and you are now learning the system, Wagner, you are crazy. Yes, sometimes I am crazy. But Wagner, but if you follow the system, see how you can produce sentences. And we need practice with the idea to create these sentences. Okay? So let me go one more time. Let me go one more time to the finger number 4. Initially, we use the verbo comer. See, one more. Next week, we will go deep in the system. But see how, if we keep the verb number 1, the verb that we use the first time, yo tengo que. See this. En este momento, yo tengo que comer pizza. But if we go to the second sentence, en este momento yo necesito comer pizza. If we continue with the verb number 3, Jeremy, what's the verb number 3?
Quiero.
Quiero. See this, now the sentence number 1 is not that I must eat, it's not that you need to eat, if not now is that you want to eat. See this. Number 4. Andres, what is the verb number 4?
Poder. Puedo.
Puedo. Okay? Puedo. Entonces, if we go to the verb, to the sentence number 4, now we will say puedo. One more time. Only doing one change in the structure, we have 4 different sentences. Because I know that now we have less time, I will finish telling you the other 2 sentences. Of course, before to go, Jeremy, you are going to read all the sentences. En este momento yo debo comer pizza y en este momento a mí me gusta comer pizza. Let me tell you one more time the idea of the system. The idea of the system is to help you to create sentences in Spanish. Wagner, but this is very structured. Yeah, we need sometimes structure, and this is the structure. So there's many ways to create sentences in Spanish, but with the idea to start, you need only one. You don't need more. You need only one structure. If you follow this structure, I promise you, you will be creating a lot of sentences. And now here, you have the example about how we, in less than 1 minute, we create 6 sentences. Por favor, Jeremy, read number 1.
En este momento yo tengo que comer pizza.
En este momento yo tengo que comer pizza. In this moment, I have to eat pizza. Number 2.
En este momento yo necesito comer pizza.
In this moment, I need to eat pizza. Number 3.
En este momento yo quiero comer pizza.
In this moment, I want to eat pizza. Number 4.
En este momento yo puedo comer pizza.
En este momento, in this moment, I can eat pizza. Very good. Number 5.
En este momento yo debo comer pizza.
In this moment, I should eat pizza. Number 6.
En este momento a mí me gusta comer pizza.
In this moment, I like to eat pizza. 6 random sentences following the system. If you see the 80% of the information is exactly the same, just we are changing the verb who puts the intention. Because if you say to have to eat is not the same that I want to eat is not the same that I should eat, is not the same that I like to eat. Okay? 6 sentences. Jeremy, how many sentences can you create with only one verb in the finger fourth? How many sentences are you able now to create following the system?
Now at least 6.
At least 6.
Right.
And what about if I tell you that that is not true? What about if I tell you that it's not possible to create only 6? I am sure that I am totally sure that only adding one syllabus, you will be able to create not 6, if not to create 12 sentences that you can use in 12 different situations following the system. What do you
I have a
think?
question.
Tell me.
I have a question. Maybe not a question, maybe an idea. Can we do the same thing? And maybe we can then do a little clip, kind of short clip in less than a minute. But changing finger 3 and finger 3, finger 4 and finger 5. So we could change finger 4 and number 5. And instead of comer, we can say study, estudiar. And number 5, we can say Spanish.
Why? Yeah, exactly. That is exactly how works the system. In this case, I am using exactly the same information with the idea that you can see with the less changes in the system, how we can have different sentences.
So
but
it'll be like, en este momento yo tengo que, and then you change number 4.
Estudiar español. Now we have one sentence. Exactly. That is the point.
That.
Exactly.
And then we can practice that. Let's
exactly.
practice that one.
Exactly.
Let's do it all together.
Ajá. Exactly.
Right. 3, 2, 1. En este momento, yo tengo que
estudiar español.
But remember that sentence is not totally well.
No, okay, go ahead. Teach us.
Because you need to put con, we, speak.
I see what you did. Entiendo.
Now the sentence is correct. If you said, en este momento, yo tengo que estudiar español, the sentence is not incorrect. The sentence is incomplete. Okay? You need to say, en este momento, yo tengo que estudiar con we speak Spanish and the expat community. Okay? Sí. That is exactly. Okay, yeah. This is our next class because, of course, how I said, if you study only one verb. So, Jeremy, if you decide tomorrow, this afternoon, to take the verbo comer, you will be able to create 6 sentences with the verbo comer. So, imagine that you can change the info in the finger 5. Imagine that you can change the time. So, of course, we have the opportunity to change. That is why I like to teach this, because I know that you will be able to create thousands of sentences. So you don't believe me when I said it's thousands. But let me finish with this, because I said, do you think that it's possible to create 12 sentences? Because now you know 6, but we are able to create 12. Do you know how? I want that you add only one word. Let me raise this sentence. We will talk about that next week. So the sentence, it's okay, and I like the sentence, but I want that you see how, now we have 6 sentences. Wagner, how is possible to have 6 sentences more? Do I need to change the finger 5? Well, if you change the finger 5, now we have a new set of sentences, okay?
You can put an S.
Wagner, if we put the other expression of time, today, this morning, if you do that change, you will have another set of sentences. Wagner, no, I don't know. Okay, the answer
just plural. You can just put a plural.
Pluralize. If you pluralize, now you will have a new set, because you are not talking about I, if not, you are talking about we or they.
No,
The
instead
answer
of
is
pizza,
easy.
you can do pizzas.
Ah, yeah, you will have a new set. But the idea is not to change the info. The idea is to use exactly the same info, but you will see 6 sentences more. And the answer is this. Okay, por favor, Jeremy, read number 1.
En este momento yo tengo que comer pizza.
What's the meaning of that in English?
That I have to eat pizza.
In this moment, I have to eat pizza. Read it now, the sentence.
En este momento yo no tengo que comer pizza. I don't have to.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
aha. So see how you have one sentence. The sentence is, in this moment, I have to eat pizza, but now you can do it that negative. In this moment, I have not to eat pizza. Read number 2.
En este momento yo necesito comer pizza.
Read now number 2.
En este momento yo no necesito comer pizza.
Number 3.
En este momento yo quiero comer pizza.
But now number 3.
En este momento yo no quiero comer pizza.
Nicole, I'm sorry, Nicole. En este momento yo no quiero comer pizza. En este momento, mi amor. En
Don't bring
este
her in this.
momento yo quiero comer pollo. Exactly. See how you can produce the sentences, okay? Read number 4.
En este momento yo puedo comer pizza.
Read number 4.
En este momento yo no puedo comer pizza.
See, guys, you can continue doing the same. In this moment, I should eat pizza. In this moment, I should not to eat pizza. Positive, negative. So with every verb, if you follow the system, you will be able to create not only 6 sentences, you will be able to create 12 sentences that you can use in 12 different situations. Andres, do you have a calculator there? No.
I can. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
For example, if with only the verbo comer, how many sentences can you create now following the system? 12. One verb, 12 times. If you study, see these guys, if you study 3 verbs per day following the system, what is following the system? Remember that we said here, in this moment, I have to eat pizza. But you can say, in this moment, I have to buy pizza. Now we have 2 verbs. In this moment, I have to cook pizza. Now you have 3 verbs. So if you practice this, the complete structure with 3 verbs per day, so you will be able to create 36 sentences, only doing small changes in the structure. If you practice this every day, how many sentences are you able to create per month? See this? More than 1,000 of sentences in your brain, following the system, and we are doing only basic things. When you are able to do the same in the past and in the future, and mixing the sentences and connecting the sentences, that is why my students, after the 2nd month, they are speaking in present and past and in future, creating these kind of sentences, making questions, answering questions. Probably they will be not fluent, but now this Spanish is their Spanish is practical. You will be able to communicate. Okay, Jeremy, do you like the system?
Sí.
Do you want to practice the system?
Sí.
3 verbs per day.
Sí.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are at home, if you are watching this video and you want to know more about the system, so please, I want to see you next class, next Wednesday. We will continue deep in the system. This is only something superficial. Okay, if you consider that this is complicated, maybe it's complicated. You need to learn, you need to practice the system. Okay, but after you spend some minutes doing this practice, you will see how this is easy for your learning process. Paulo, what do you think?
I think it is amazing. I think I'm gonna have to learn. I will learn more Spanish that I already know, but I'm gonna improve it. Knowing all this structure makes it easier for people to practice and learn quickly. In 2 months, be able to do 2,000 sentences. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yes.
and as soon as we get to speak better Spanish, we can enhance our experience as an expat. When you're new to a country, you want to improve that experience, better relationships, better context, find yourself a boyfriend, find yourself a girlfriend, all of that. Spanish will definitely is a game changer if somebody's looking to move to Costa Rica, Mexico, Panama, Colombia, all of these Spanish countries. We should finish. We let Andres finish the class. And thank you so much for this opportunity. Andres.
No, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Wagner, for being here today. Even though you're a little bit sick, hope you get
I need
better
a
soon.
tequila.
You don't look sick though.
I need a tequila. No, no, I'm sorry. No, no, medicina, not tequila, medicina.
I'll get you some tequila. I'll
Yeah,
get
yeah,
you
yeah.
some
Sí,
mezcal.
sí. Like,
Some
sí,
mezcal. Yeah, you're
mezcal.
in Mexico City. That's perfect.
Mm.
Sí, 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 un mezcal, un tequila con
Some
limón,
mezcal.
ginger. Sí, sí. Yo pienso
Yeah, see.
es good idea. It's good idea. So, guys,
So
happy to
please,
see you.
yeah, please visit Wagner's webpage it's right here below. We speak Spanish cr.com. There you can find a lot of material to learn more about this beautiful language. Um, I also wanted to mention that Jeremy, he's a business owner here in Costa Rica and also a group owner. Um, I'm gonna put in here his website, his Facebook profile, CR Inside Tours. Can you talk to us a little bit of what you do in Costa Rica Inside Tours, Jeremy?
Yeah, so we're our main focus is to make sure expats are well taken care of. Essentially, there's when you go online and you do research, I did hours of it. There's a lot out there, a lot of different people, a lot of different companies, a lot of different things to look at. So our goal is really just to make sure that expats have a safe place to find information and find the correct experts to help with all of the many needs that you need that you have to have when you come to Costa Rica when you move here, whether you're retiring or starting a business. So our goal is really just to make sure that everybody's well taken care of and all the companies that they receive are highly vetted and have a reputation, with reviews and people who can vouch for the business themselves. And that's just our main goal is to make sure expats just like us are happy. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
that's our main goal.
Yeah, it's really important, especially when you're moving to a different country. You don't know anyone, so you need to have
Right.
the right contacts.
Right.
You also own a Facebook group. Please tell people how to join to that Facebook group. They can find a lot of useful material right there and frequent asked questions. What's the name of the group? How can they join?
So the Facebook group is Costa Rica Expats, plain and simple. And they can just search it on Facebook. They'll find it. And we're starting a new program where everybody in it, as far as businesses, are going to be vetted. It's going to be a safe place for expats to join. And if somebody is recommended to them, they have gone through a highly rigorous vetting process that we have to make sure that what they're paying for is what they're going to get. Essentially, is what we're looking for in the group. That's what we're turning it into, to make sure that there is that place for everybody to feel safe and get
Yeah.
the right information, not just the internet.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. We're actually live on your group. So hi to all of the people on your group. And yeah, that's about it. I wanted to mention a little bit of what we're doing at the Expat Community. As you can see, we have these Spanish classes. We go live every Wednesday at 3:30 Costa Rica time. We also have the translated news into English for Mexico, Costa Rica, and Panama. We send the most relevant news that we believe are the most relevant news for the Expat Community directly into your email every Friday. We also have our podcast, we've been having a few guests getting into topics of interest to the expat community. So you just go to our website, theexpatcommunity.com. You'll see the podcast section, the news section. We also have a knowledge base with articles. For example, how to open a bank account in Costa Rica, how to choose a relocation company, so on and so forth. A lot of interesting material that can be helpful for you. Thank you so much, Wagner, Paulo, Jeremy, for being here.
Thanks, everybody.
It's been a pleasure. We're gonna finish with a short video of our sponsors, and yeah, that's about it. See you next Wednesday.
Adios.
Gracias.
Adios.